Welcome back to the channel. Today we are heading out to Rays Rocks Offroad Resort, just outside of Excelsior Springs, Missouri. So I've got the Razor all loaded up, ready to go. I got to go meet my dad, pick him up, load the KRX up, and we're gonna go see what we can get into today. This will be our second time out there to Rays Rocks, so we're super excited to see any new trails that they've got. I know they've been working their butts off, so definitely pumped to see what all they've done and see what we can put these machines through today. So stick around, we're gonna go hit the trail and have a good old day. Well, we made it to Rays Rocks. Got the Razor here, my dad's KRX over there, and we're gonna give it a shot for the second time we've been out here. We were out here early when they first opened up, and they've made a lot of improvements since, so we're gonna hit the trails and see what's all different. Like most of the time when we go to a new park, we kind of like to start by just doing the perimeter, and since we have been here before, we just kind of did the perimeter right outside of the entrance, and then from there we made our way into more of the trails. As you can kind of see throughout this video, you'll kind of see glimpses of ponds, and these ponds usually are like a really deep, kind of like a turquoisey blue. So this used to be a old rock quarry, so that's why these kind of ponds still exist. And they actually have several of them that have camping set up around them. So you can come out here, you can tent camp, you can take your camper. They actually have a ton of camping. So if you want to come out here just for like a day trip, or come out like Friday after work and then ride Saturday and either go home Saturday or Sunday, whatever you want to do, they have plenty of camping to kind of suit your needs. I actually want to come out here and tent camp because they have so many little camp spots throughout the park that would be awesome for tent camping or just dry camping in general. Some of them are right by these big ponds or lakes, and it's just really beautiful, and especially this fall with all the trees turning, it just looked really cool. But back to the riding, we kind of again just did the perimeter and kind of just got warmed up again. I haven't driven my Razor in probably 3 or 4 months with us working on the house and moving and doing all that kind of stuff. So getting out and just getting acclimated again to the Razor was nice, and then we got into some more of the technical stuff. I really wish GoPro had a setting to where you could see the angle of some of these hills. This one was really steep, and the GoPro makes it look pretty much flat, but it is really steep, and then at the top it kind of takes a turn to the left. So you can see my dad kind of get halfway to 3/4 of the way up there, and then he kind of stops and tries to adjust because you can't really see too much, especially out of these side-by-sides. And when you have a windshield, your visibility is kind of really cut off when you're going up a hill. So some of these you really had to take it easy and make sure you're not going to drop over the edge somewhere, and then obviously I'm going to follow him up. But this hill was one of the more kind of from bottom to top more technical ones. You'll see once I get up to the top here, we kind of have to really maneuver around some of these rocks. And again, it doesn't look too technical on camera, but these rocks are pretty big, and just with the incline of these hills, it can get a little hairy sometimes, especially if you're out there by yourself and you're trying to back up and get adjusted to hit some of these rocks square on with the machine. So we really wanted to take our time and make sure we got over it safely and could continue on the trail.
Split it? It's gonna go like off.
Yeah, there's good traction. It'll just drive around.
top of, I think, Skid Plate is the name, and now we're trying to figure out where we're gonna get going from here. He thinks he's got a line. These rocks do not look very big on camera, but we've got 34-inch tires, and these rocks are double the size of those. Your trailing arm is just hitting on this one. I don't know if you could either do that, or I think you almost need your tire to come in through here. Because then
tire?
Your back tire almost, well,
The trailing arm.
yeah, your trailing arm might hit it before your tire would. Yeah, you're kind of straight on to the front now. We might have to just put a rock right at the base of it. Oh man, your back tire's right there.
Should I bump it?
Well, just give it a little bit, you might clear it. If you just give it a little bit of a bump, I think your tire will grab on it. Not much, but just a little momentum.
Straight up. Now you can turn it.
Turn this way?
Yeah. Just to try to get your back end over. There.
we're back at Boulder Canyon. So I'll throw up a couple videos from the first time we were here, but they have definitely changed it. So we'll see what line. There really is no line now. It's just rocks everywhere. He's kind of in the easy stuff now, but some of these rocks get huge. Like this, massive. You're gonna need rock crawlers for some of it, but we got the KRX, so it's basically the same. As he takes his fender off, see what way he probably needs to try to cut it right. I don't know if he's gonna try to go straight up. You got plenty of room on that side. You're good. The rest of it doesn't look too bad. Just some basic, little bit of rock. A couple little hills coming out of it now, whereas before you only had one way in and one way out. Also some more here. A couple more rock sections. Not too bad. The mud out here though, you guys got to look out for. It doesn't look deep, but it is like oily, nasty shit. So right there, he got stuck last year, or earlier this year, I think is when we were out here. And then I got stuck back over in there. And he just got stuck a little bit ago. So definitely stay out of the mud if you come to Rays Rocks. They really went through and made the Boulder Canyon quite a bit different. So it's in the same place, obviously, but they went through and it seems like they added more rocks, but they're smaller and they kind of fill more of the gap. So personally, I think the Boulder Canyon was a little bit more difficult before. I thought a little bit more fun before. It is still a cool little place to do some rock crawling. Over here on the left-hand side, you can see one of the places that more of a rock bouncer would probably go up. It's a lot more of a stair step, pretty big rocks. So again, you're gonna have that wheelbase. You're gonna have to have a lot bigger of a tire. These Razors, as soon as you get up the first one, you're gonna be high centered. So definitely could not make it up those. But overall, they did make some changes. It is kind of cool to see some of the bigger stuff, but we couldn't really do a ton of it on the Razor. So again, I think the Boulder Canyon was a little bit cooler before, but it is still a nice feature.
You're gonna have to buffer enough, because then your skid plate's dragging totally.
Well, that's gonna be a wrap for Rays Rocks, little October adventure with my dad. Got the machine all back in its resting place for now. Pretty dirty yet, but I got to go through and clean that up. I think next couple videos are probably gonna be some maintenance, so definitely needs something done with the brakes. The brakes are pretty spongy now, so I think maybe brake pads are on their way out of town. They've got, I mean, the machine's got like 1,200 miles on it, so never changed brakes on it yet. So probably need GoPro died on me, so we're on the phone now. But as I was saying, I haven't changed the brakes on this machine, so it's got like 1,200 miles on it, and still haven't done brakes, so probably need to do that on the old Pro XP. But definitely needs some cleaning, and a few things broke on it today. Not bad, but good old Chinesium mirrors completely broke there. Obviously was on that. I wasn't really a huge fan of these mirrors, honestly. They only had a little bit of adjustment in here, so like if a tree branch would hit them, it would just slide a little bit. Definitely not a huge fan of those. I'm probably gonna be going a different route. This one is kind of busted as well. You can see there. I was at the dunes and destroyed that mirror. So the mirrors are in rough shape. We definitely need to look at some new ones on that. But as I was saying, some general maintenance need to go through. I showed this in a few videos ago, but right in the middle there, might be able to see it better from the side. Right in between the trailing arm, the belly is pretty caved up. So it's kind of flat up here. Back here, it's definitely caved upwards. So I'm thinking that might be the cross member. I thought the cross member was more towards the front of the machine, but I was thinking there's actually two. There's the one that bolts in that actually has your carrier bearing on it. And then there's another one I thought that was welded in. So I need to pull that skid plate off and see what's underneath there, see what the damage is. It's not really making any weird noises right now, but I don't really love the idea if that is a cross member that's bent, because it's just putting a lot of unnecessary strain on that drive line. So I'm gonna go through, probably take that out, maybe look at doing brakes and a few other things. But again, that's a wrap for the Rays Rocks video. We were out there, I think March of this year, and it was pretty muddy. There was more water than there was today. If you're local, definitely a cool place if you wanted to camp like overnight and then get a few hours of riding in. But I'm kind of more used to faster trails. That's kind of more technical, big rocks, you're kind of bashing off of stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of that type of riding, but it is what it is. It was definitely a good few hours of riding, good time with my dad. So definitely check out Rays Rocks if you haven't already. And that's gonna be a wrap. So thank you guys for watching. A little bit slower video today, but promise you next year, we're gonna be hitting it hard. And obviously this winter, we're gonna be hitting it pretty hard. This machine is gonna go under some transformation. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.